Hey guys, Road Warrior back here. I just wanted to give you a little update on this. This is kind of a weird thing. We know that, or a lot of us kind of know that Quantican Lake here on Fishing Planet is kind of broke, but nonetheless on Moonlight Gars, I've been noticing the last few times I've played in this that this one spot in particular over here seems to produce a lot, and I think that's why a lot of these scores you've seen, Stranglers did extremely well here lately. Not saying that's the only reason he's did well, but it does seem to me that this spot here in particular is broken, and I just wanted to make more people aware of it. In the event these scores, you start seeing Osney even put a phenomenal score up, I think, at 20. But I think that's probably what they're doing more than likely is just fishing this spot. As you can see in this upcoming clip, I just live streamed this, and I actually get 11. Now, I did make a mistake and rotate away, thinking maybe that also might be something to consider, but I did waste a few minutes towards the end. I think I probably could have hit that 13, 14 mark if I would have just stayed there, but kind of keynotes too for you guys that are looking to quick set, that sort of thing. To me, this kind of just reminds me of Crank the River, where one spot of the map's kind of glitched out, and we know that's broken. But nonetheless, to stay competitive nowadays, you kind of got to know these things. For sure, make sure you're quick setting. Now, you could probably try to just do the major popper like I am, but I did do a mix here off of 3.0, and at the end of the clip, I'll show you the mark for this. But hopefully, I kind of wish that it was more spaced out, that sort of thing, but it is what it is, as well as Rocky Lake, just to kind of make a point. We all do one by one standing in the same spot, but I think that's probably where 70 to 80% of their scores coming from. It's probably just this one tile. Now, you couple that with a little better RNG, and maybe you run your popper across there and you don't have any misses. I had one miss and I think one swim off, but I definitely could see how somebody could put up this score. I know a lot of people's asked me before is, how are they putting up 15 to 20 in this? But it definitely to me seems like, and maybe this is old news to top 100 players that are already aware of this, but nonetheless, I do try to put this stuff up on the channel to help people. How I feel about it exactly, it's kind of a little murky water, but it is what it is, and if that's what other players are doing, you're kind of forced into that situation. I don't think it's as bad as Crank the River, but to me, it's just like an accelerated version of kind of one by one, so to speak. So basically, I think what you're going to want to do is fish this spot, maybe alternate to a spot if it's really slow, but this spot I think is definitely going to be dependent upon how good your score is going to be. But as you can see, they just spawn here time and time again. Oddly enough, I think I get 3 trophies from this spot. More than likely, even in the big GAR tournament, the Gars and Glory, the odds are I bet a lot of the guys got a lot of their fish just from this one marker. As you can see, I think I got an 83 pounder, an 84 pounder, depending on what your RNG is, and I think that's 69 pounder there. But nonetheless, just putting this up on the channel to make sure you guys are aware of it. I am not running, just as far as the setup, I'm running fluoro line with no leader. This could be an actually really fun comp. I used to hop around back in the day, but no more. I would also tell you to try this out maybe in a template before you go into the actual thing, because you know how that can go. But nonetheless, maybe practice the same peak. If you did have another spot that you could count on, maybe you got a nice rotational. But nonetheless, this should help you. I know a lot of these things are getting more and more competitive. With that being said, I try to keep you guys in at least scoring distance of everybody. Now, some people might be mad that I showed this, but nonetheless, this is what a lot of people are doing, I think, in my mind. So, again, without further ado, there's the mark. Again, practice this for yourself. That was 20 inches deep. You might have to alternate depending on what the peak is, that sort of thing. But that was shallow at 20 inches. And, again, just kind of showing you that mark was right there. So, hopefully this helps you guys out, and we'll see you in the next one.